Rome, the largest city in northwest Georgia, home to over 36,000 people. It is a thriving city with beautiful sights, wonderful people, and full of history. Today we shall explore some of that history and find out more about this city and the people who call it home. If you visited Rome today, you would find a city thriving with shopkeepers, sightseers, and hikers. But it wasn't always like this. In April 1863, during the U.S. Civil War, the city was defended by Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest against Union Colonel Abel Straight's Lightning Mule raid from the area east of modern-day Cedar Bluff, Alabama. General Forrest tricked Colonel Strait into surrendering just a few miles shy of Rome. Realizing their vulnerability, Rome City Council allocated $3,000 to build 3 fortifications. Although these became operational by October 1863, efforts to strengthen the forts continued as the war progressed. These forts were named after Romans who had been killed in action. Fort Attaway was on the western bank of the Oostenaula River. Fort Norton was on the eastern bank of the Oostenaula. Fort Stovall was on the southern bank of the Etowah River. On November 10, 1864, General Sherman issued orders from a base in downtown Rome to General John Corse. Tonight, destroy all public property not needed by your command. All foundries, mills, workshops, warehouses, railroad depots, or other storehouses convenient to the railroad, together with all wagon shops, tanneries, or other factories useful to the enemy. Destroy all bridges immediately, then move your command to Kingston. Many contemporary reports agree that Fort Norton was among the first destroyed, thus marking the beginning of Sherman's march to the sea. Not long after the war, Rome was rebuilt, becoming the beautiful city that you see today, filled with restaurants, ice cream parlors, coffee shops, and so much more. Now let's meet some of the people that call this place home.
My name is Benji Ross, and I am the 3rd generation locksmith here at Safe Lock & Key in Rome, Georgia.
My name is Molly Finnegan, and I own Top Hat Formal Wear.
My name is Katie Sullivan, and we're at Into the Past on Broad Street.
I'm Natalie Wilder.
I'm Carson Shell, and we work for Evergene.
My name is John Parker. I'm with Shelby's Coffee. It's me and my wife. We make coffee all over Rome.
I live in Rome.
I'm from Indiana. I'm visiting him.
How long have you been open in Rome?
We've been open since 1946 in Rome.
We've been in Rome for 40 plus years, but I bought the business back in February of this year.
We've been open since about last August.
So we've been here since 2020.
But it originally opened in 2009, I believe, as Full of Dreams, and it was located near Moe's Barbecue just behind us.
This food truck particularly, we started on this October, and food trucks in general over 7 years.
Why did you open in Rome?
You know, I'm not actually sure why he decided to open it. My grandfather and his brother actually opened it in 1946. And then his brother, I think, ended up going to work for Lockheed, and then my grandfather kind of had it solely owned from then on.
I decided to buy it because I thought Rome needed like a fresh, new take on a bridal store. I wanted this to be a place that would attract people to Rome, to get that say yes to the dress experience without having to go to Atlanta or Birmingham or out of town.
What is the best part about being in Rome?
Oh, it's the people. I mean, you know, we've been around here a long time, and you know, we still get customers, you know, to this day that come in that may have moved away from Rome for 20 years, and they come back and see that we're still here and in the same building and whatnot. It's just a pleasure to do business with people in Rome and be able to help them out when they're in need of our services.
I like working in Rome because of the community, especially being on Broad Street. There's people that come in that are old friends, or I make lots of friends by working here. It's just a great environment, and lots of people who are really supportive of small businesses in Rome.
I really like how Broad Street and all the different business owners, it's kind of like a close-knit community. Everybody checks on each other, and just the community aspect of working downtown.
So a lot of my friends and I come downtown often, and it's just a really sweet, like small, but not like so small that you can't find things to do. And especially like just on Broad Street, it's like, you know, our main street. And there are just lots of really cool shops. Everyone that works around or on Broad Street, they're all super kind. And everyone that works here obviously is awesome. So it's a great job to be able to work in Rome.
It's the people, man. People here are very nice, very warm, very community sense, all of them. It's very cool.
I love the downtown area, and I like the community because there's a downtown area where I live, but it's nothing like this. Like, people are very unfriendly and a lot of like old rusty shops, and it's just very like lively and friendly.
What's your favorite shop in Rome?
Favorite shop in Rome? That is a good question.
My top 2 favorites would be Southern Seasons & Co. because I love tea, and she did all of our florals in the store, and so just love them. Or Canoe House.
Probably the City Creamery, just because there's a lot going on in there. It's a real sensory overload going in there. They have like all the lights, toys, candy, so.
I will say Flippy Hippie's really sweet. I know the owner, and the first time I ever went in there, I was looking for an interview dress for Miss Pepperell, and she was the sweetest soul, honestly. And just having, because our business is owned by a female as well as having a female-owned business, that's something really powerful, especially in Rome to have. So just seeing that was really amazing and what made me grow like admiration towards her business.
Just anywhere around? Okay.
Honey cream, that's my favorite.
Who has the best coffee in Rome?
Well, I am, from what's open now, probably I tend to go through Lumina more often than not.
The best coffee in Rome is the Sharpsicle.
I always pronounce it wrong. Lumina. I think they have the best latte in Rome.
Swift and Finch.
I'm just not a coffee person, so I wouldn't know.
What's the best restaurant in Rome?
I would say I am depending on what I'm in the mood for, I'm going to say a tie between El Zarape and Harvest Moon.
I think the best restaurant in Rome is Bluefin.
Right now, I think it's John Henry's downtown. They have really good food.
My favorite restaurant is La Scala from town.
To me, I like Bella Roma. They have great Italian food there. So.
I really like Las Palmas. That's such like a basic answer, but I liked it.
If you could say one thing to the world, what would it be?
Love your neighbor. You know, do more for other people. You know, I think we're finding too much. We're all just too much about ourselves these days. You know, and there's other people that could maybe be a little bit better off if we take a little time out of our day to help them out.
Just be nice, and we need to save the planet.
God is good.
Yeah, God is good.
My brother said one time that like any kind of, just anything bad that happens or any kind of bad character flaw that anyone may have can be traced to like a lack of love or perversion of love. So just like, I don't know, just love in the purest way that you can.